Okay, so we have some of the participants joined. I would appreciate Mr. Abdul Rahman to do the opening. Kindly unmute yourself and then you can.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Abdul Rahman. I'm the student of BBA 7th semester morning. Now I am super excited to be part of IEC to be the moderator. So it will definitely being worth attending event. And second thing that I must want to tell you that thank you so much for IEC host Mariam for opening the floor to me, and thank you and welcome our speaker.
Hello,
So this
guys.
is day four. Uh,
Yeah.
Let me just give a quick review about the session. I'm sorry to interrupt. So this is the day four and session four, Mr. Talha, and super excited to have this session on personal branding. I think everybody should, there is this saying that everybody has a brand. I think after this one session, we must have our LinkedIn's, glossifying and sparklings to work on them practically. So thank you so much, Mr. Tala, for your time and insights. I am really excited to have some fruits from the fruitful session. Over to you.
Okay, hello, guys. This is Talha, and they have given such a lovely introduction. And this is going to be the most exciting topic I'm talking about. And before that, I have talked about something similar at DHS Sofa, where Google invited me for having a look on the creator's perspective on AI. So basically, the creator economy and personal branding, these are the things that are evolving in 2025 and so on. We all need to be content creators. Okay, you heard me right. We all need to be content creators. So let me just start and you will know why we all need to be a content creator in 2025 and what it will give us. So let's just move on to another slides. So basically, if you are living in any of the area, like I'm talking about currently the Punjab side, as I have seen a lot of freelancers, like you can say, growing out themselves and becoming one of the top rated up freelancers in any of the field. And what they usually do is they usually post up their reels, they usually come up on social media, position themselves as successful entrepreneur, or you can say a freelancer. So basically, this is how the creator economy is giving you the opportunity, and this is the reality that it is rapidly growing and giving you each and every space you want. And how you can be fit in, that's where the stocks come in. And I hope this will gonna help you to initialize your way of becoming a successful content creator, to give out yourself some hope of getting opportunities regarding the jobs or either some of the market or working together in collaborative manner. So this is how it is going to be more of a good way. So basically, first we'll understand what is creator economy, right? So basically, creator economy is more of a thing that where you build the audience, the community, you are doing some of the monetization, just like you have seen a lot of tag communities are here in Pakistan. And what they usually do, they usually have some exclusive meetup, they usually have some workshops, they usually have some, you can say, go to events where they charge some monetization money, you can say some monetary reward they ask for. And in terms of that, they provide you with some benefits, either it is some kind of native speaker for that talk, or some kind of, you can say, legend coming from, or sometimes they provide you with some refreshment and stuff. So basically, how is creator economy is working is more like the individuals coming out here and producing the content. And one of the best example is Irfan Junejo, right? Irfan Junejo started with nothing, now he has everything, and he's the living example, like one of the good guys I know. And also, he did what he created content, he built out his community, okay, and he's now monetizing everything from the ads, from the sessions, from the sponsorships, each and everything is there. And what is he using? He is using the all the social media platforms, either it's TikTok, either it's Instagram, either it's YouTube, but he's not on LinkedIn. Okay, so let me just move ahead. So basically, why you want to be in the creator economy? As you know, the current market size is $205 billion, which is like way bigger than the whole of Pakistan economy as well. Okay, and it is projected that it will be $1.3 trillion by 2033, which is like at the rate of 23.3% per year. So if you start something like if you post some TikTok daily, either it's for motivation of the people, or either it's more about, you can say, your daily life hustle. So in the meantime, you will grow some audience. Like what I have seen, people really loves the raw stuff, raw content, and they usually want people to come in and share about their life and their struggles. Cause you might be 23 and some other 23 would be doing the same stuff and the same hustle, but he is not kind of thinking that I'm only doing this for myself and other. So people have kind of relatable thing, so they wanted to see, okay, this guy is also doing the same thing and I'm also doing the same thing, so we are in the same hole as we are in, rather than that some people thinks like superior complexity or inferior complexity. So this helps them relieve their stress by seeing some people doing the same stuff. So you might be the form of motivation, or you can start with like showing some creativity if you have, or maybe you are posting some Friday content, like trying out different biryanis in Karachi or in Islamabad and finding out which is the spiciest one and which will not be. So this can become a major shift in your digital identity. You might be known for the biryani guy, the biryani girl out here. So this is are the things, and some have forecasted that the creator economy would be $480 billion by 2027. And these days, becoming a content creator is relatively easy. You'll get to know about it further. Well, who is participating and how? Like, you know, uh, in the world, currently there are 207 million content creators, and there is still room. Okay, you heard me right. There is still room. This field is not saturated at all. Okay, let me repeat it myself. This field is not saturated. Okay, so you have the opportunities. Okay, you have what? Opportunities. If you have opportunities, so why don't you start by today? Not by tomorrow, not by coming Friday, but today. Start doing it today. Drop your digital impact. Okay, this is all about the digital impact you will have. Like if you are going to start something within this day, or not by tomorrow, or not by something, you literally gonna be having a brand within your name. Like you can call yourself, like maybe you are a tech guy, so or maybe you play Valorant much, so you may be known as some kind of names like Spidey or whatever, some pseudos, and you'll be charging or you'll be cracking the brand deals, you'll be having affiliate marketing, maybe you meeting some friends, or maybe you will have some digital products like some campaigns you're running on your social media, and all would be monetization models, right? You heard me right. And honestly, I know a lot of people. I guess you have known about Rao Muhammad Chavez. He's one of the best host, okay, in Karachi right now, and I guess I can claim that he's one of the best hosts in Pakistan as well. Like he's growing his way up. So he recently been invited by Sindh government uh, for an event. And how did he start? He started by doing something where people doesn't know about him, but he did not stop. Okay, so becoming more consistent and becoming more, like you can say, productive is the formula to cracking this market. And this is why many brands care about what you are doing and how are you doing with their brand messages. So next step is like why it is matter for us Gen Z and the students like you. So basically, like this is written, but I'm not gonna read out those. I'm talking about the very much perspective that I'm seeing in the market and the industry. So currently, people really don't care about your follower count. Okay, either you stood at 10%, 10,000, either you stood at 100,000, and either you stood at 100. Okay, you, if you're a creator, you are a creator in that perspective, in their perspective. What it really matters, your niche, your authenticity, and the value that you are providing them. This is what really matters. And what you need a strategy and a consistency to stand out from other 207 million content creators out there. And you know what? You can create a strategy with AI and data. And for consistency, you need to be disciplined. And if you are disciplined, you can create very much of the things. Like you can see, I have grown to 8,000 followers on LinkedIn. And I'm feeling very much kind of, you can say, grateful for that. And recently, I've been conducting a lot of things over LinkedIn, which is really helping me out and increasing my reach on daily basis. So just I'll talk you about something else later, that how can you grow up your social reach and what is gonna be. So basically, what key challenges you are going to face is more about the many creators will be there, and sometimes maybe you posted about N10 and some other guy A has also posted about N10. So two of these guys have posted about N10, but that guy is getting a lot more reach and a lot more count. So what you can do is you can go and study his content. How is he doing? Like every content has different aspect, either the hook, either the content, either the bait, what is he trying to do. So try out to you can say analyze that part. Also, sometimes you are, for instance, you are thinking that you're gonna make $500,000 a month, and you end up like doing 40,000, for instance, or 5,000, for instance. So the monetization is not that much guaranteed right now in reality. Like many people who are becoming the bigger brands, they are getting a lot more, you can say, deals either from brands, either from people, either from creators themselves, even though for the collaborations. Collaboration is where you'll find the bigger hole and bigger gap where you can yourself identify and create your demand. Okay. And later on, what is happening, have you know that Instagram has recently changed their algorithm twice? And what I mean by twice, that they have changed their app, and their algorithm changed afterwards, and recently they updated their app, and once again their algorithm has been changed. So this is where you need to learn how the algorithm works, and how this time the algorithm is reacting to your content, and how can you do to produce a better content. So basically, sometimes people happen to join the content creator economy, and you can say wanted to become the content creator, and they start to posting out on every day. And sometimes people I've seen, they post around 3 reels a day. But what happens, they didn't get enough likes, support from the community, and even though they did not get any of the follower. So what happens in their mind, that they feel, okay, things are not working, I should leave out. But what happens when you have such things in your mind, on the other day the things just start working, honestly. This is what I've seen. Like sometimes, I guess you also have seen that image where a person is digging up a hole, and at the back there is a diamonds, and he's digging up for some of the days, but he didn't dig at the last day to reach that diamond. So this is how eventually the creator economy works. So basically, these are some actionable steps that how you can utilize yourself, and how you can find the better way to start into the creator economy. First of all, we'll talk about the niche and the area of expertise. So let's say uh, you're learning about computer science, and you know better than your 35 students class about AI. So what you started, like you started with the basics of AI, and you started posting content on AI. Okay, and you have chosen that you are just focusing on the basics of AI. So you have the niche where you have the expertise in AI. Okay, this is the very smaller niche I'm talking about right now. Like computer science is the bigger, broader perspective, and the AI is the subset of it. So you are focusing on AI, so you will get, you're providing the knowledge, you are getting into the bits and pieces that will be the insights and the updates, what is going to happen. And eventually you are creating a community where you are asking people to join, and where you gonna support them to learn AI. So this is how you can start. And later on, what you can do, you can, I've told you about the audience and community, and how you going to monetize. What you can do is you can start making content. For instance, you can have a quarterly meetup online, or either on site, where you can charge them some amount, depending on your community, or depending on your relation with the community members. Either it could be 1000 rupees, either it could be 5000 rupees, or either it could be 10,000 rupees, depending on the value you are providing to them. Okay, or similarly, maybe you have uh, some followers, maybe in the initial phase, like you have 1000 followers on Instagram. So you can showcase them over either your LinkedIn, either your website, or wherever you are, like passing down the content, that you have this much amount of followers as a credible resource. So you can showcase them elsewhere. And what I'm like just talking about right now, that you guys have known that the Instagram has also changed the format. Okay, so you can experiment with different formats. Either it could be videos, either it could be reels, either it could be short form content in terms like 8-second reels I'm talking about, and either it could be carousels. So this is where you need to be very much informed. Either you are trying out, so if you have tried out a video and it gets around 40 likes, and later on you try it out some carousel, it gets only 5 likes, and later on you try it out an 8-second video, it's like viral, and it's getting a lot more engagement and a lot more likes than the other content of yours. So maybe you need to focus on what, 8-second videos. Okay, so basically you need to monitor each and every insight coming from your content. That will allow you what is your audience liking and disliking. So this way you can grow and think long term to create a better career, and maybe as a side hustle you can do it. So this is how things can be done. Please take a snap of it or something like that, so you might have it and you better use it your way. So next up we have that what you should do. Okay, if you are growing out yourself, what you need to do, you need to choose your niche at the very first. Okay, later on you need to build trust by dropping out some impressive stuff, like either it should be as I told you about the basics of AI, and reach out those people who are already in that niche. Try to communicate with them and experiment with different formats. And one thing more, stay consistent. So this is the creator economy thing. Now I'm going to talk about the personal branding. Okay, so basically we usually we have seen that there are lots of brands, J Dot, Outfitters, Saya, Diners, and any you name it. Okay, so their creators really tried out giving away their, like you can say, different stuff to the content creators, and they have created some of the reels content related to that. And why did they do that? You know, when the Saya has not grown up so much, so they have given out a PR to different people, and that PR helped them grow. Like they have taken followers from person A, person B, and person C. Okay, this is the way the collaboration works. Like if you are in an AI space and one guy is teaching the basics of AI, and then you know the advancements of AI, so you can both collaborate with each other, and you can, like you can exchange the followers. So this is how and where the personal branding comes in. So first of all, the personal branding is more about developing and maintaining a reputation, and how it comes in and how you can do over the online. So there comes the one thing that I told you earlier, that we all need to be a content creator. So this is where the personal branding comes in. So when you are a content creator, I'm not talking about like you need to post daily reels or something like that. But recently, when we talk about the personal branding, so either it could be an article, either it could be some, like you can say, a little post about some AI update you have recently aware of, or maybe some code you found and you like optimized it, or maybe some group you are a part of and you wanted other people to be a part of that as well. So this is where the personal branding comes in. So these are the, like you can say, small bits and pieces you can connect to become more of a personal brand. So basically, why it really matters for us. Okay. So currently, if you see, Gen Z is one of the generation that uses internet a lot, mobile phones a lot, and they really can create a career out of it. So this is what the research says. Okay. And even though some people says that personal branding is really a key in job seeking, managing online identity, and creating the authenticity and the credibility of yourself. Like if you're an AI, so you must be like, maybe you are sharing some post about AI advancements in 2025, maybe you are talking about some AI course you have written, maybe you're talking about some AI projects you have built. All of that is creating a credibility over your profile. Like if you share a resume with some people, and they open your LinkedIn and they see that this guy's posting a lot about AI, so maybe he knows better AI than everyone on of us. So we should take a call with him and see where it leads to us. So this is where you can open the unknown doors, which really are not open for you yet now. So this is where the digital branding can lead you. So later on, sometimes having a strong personal brand can bring you on the stages that you had never think of or you had never imagined even though. So basically personal brand has some components. One is the authenticity, consistency, value delivery, credibility and expertise, differentiation, and the connectivity. So, for the authenticity, you need to find yourself a niche where you are expert. Okay, you can't be talking about, for instance, I'm recalling Junejo again, like he talks about the lifestyle. Okay, so for instance, you are good at it, but maybe you have a lot more information about on other stuff, so you might be talking more naturally on that rather than the lifestyle one. So authenticity comes in there, and consistency is more about you are showing up on something like on Wednesdays, okay, or maybe on Fridays, or maybe on Sundays over the social media, so people would know that that person A would be there on this day, or maybe his reel would be there, or maybe his carousel would be there. Okay, so basically you are also creating the valued content rather than your uh, I recently heard of a guy who is 21 years of age and earning $170,000 a month. Okay, $170,000 a month, this is a huge amount. So basically he told that he post content with quality rather than quantity. So where you need to focus is the quantity is not the main game, the quality is the main game. Your audience would love the content that has value, okay, rather than the content that has no value but it would be a lot and it's useless. Okay, so this is how you can create the credibility and expertise, like engaging in the networks, engaging with the people in the same domain. You can ask them for collaboration. I'm talking about again and again for collaboration because it is the gap that is there right now. And the differentiation, what makes you unique versus other, it would be your niche, your way of telling the story, and your voice. Okay, so let me move next towards. So basically I've already told you about some of the benefits, but there are four of the benefits, and you can get more of them. Like you can open doors when you are not invited before. So this might be some job offers, collaborations, because you're visible and your credibility matters. And also when you start like speaking out there, seeing more often, so you can get speaking gigs like me. Okay, this is my second time speaking this week. Okay, I've spoken to different people, different niche, and even different levels to the people. I've been speaking to CXOs earlier. So this is how you grow when you start posting out content, creating your personal brand. So basically, you know, uh, when you start working on yourself, on your brand, you can scale it to 100x, 200x, 1000x, and it could be scalable rather than working on somebody else's stuff. And it will be growing with you on daily basis. So these are some of the steps that how you can create your personal brand. First of all, you need to see where you are lacking and what platform you are not aligned. Okay, see that says audit your current presence. Later on, define your brand statement. Either who are you, what you do, whom you help. Okay, this is more important. Even though if you see LinkedIn headline is more of it based on this one, like who are you, what you do, and whom you help. This is what LinkedIn headline works with. And even though you need to choose your niche and the pillar content, like it could be just I have told you about the AI and the stuff. So you need to find what and why and where people are searching for AI, and how and which tools they're talking about, or maybe which technology they are wanting to ask about, or maybe what thing in AI they have more interest. So where you can come in, and you can create a content schedule, which is much more a good one. Like you can keep a Notion where you can add in your content schedule, where you can have different topics marked, you can have that content written, you can have everything made within the Notion AI. Okay, later on, you need to do what? You need to reply the comments, ask questions, take feedback. Even sometimes you have to share your post in the DMs. Okay, and you know what? That's not the scary part. Like I know a lot of people think like, why should I share my post with somebody in the DM? And maybe if somebody says I'm not liking it, or maybe I'm not interested in, okay, that's fine. Nothing gonna happen. Okay, or maybe if you share it with someone, maybe he likes it, or maybe he connects you with somebody who is in need of a person related to that stuff. Think of it that way. Maybe it can open you another door. Okay, think of it that way. So you need to engage with your audience, and sometimes you need to personally engage with your audience. Okay, or sometimes what you need to do when you receive some milestone, either you have received achieved 100 followers, so you need to post about it, like, okay, we are now a family of 100 followers and we are growing, and I'm thinking to do this stuff with you all, and this, how it's gonna work. So basically, you can collaborate, you can do guest posting, you can live wiring, you can do Instagram live with people, give them the replies, give them the answers, monitor your analytics, and stay authentic. One of the important thing, which is why I say be you always. Just a moment. Okay, so basically, there are some pitfalls you need to avoid. Sometimes, when we say be you and you're trying to copy some of the content from any of the content creator, people can sense that. And I can 100% tell you that people can even tell you that the content is written with AI or GPT, right? So better would be, if you're not good at writing the content, what you need to do, you need to transform GPT within your tone, within your way, and within your niche. Like, what do you know about it? Tell him clearly, okay? And it will understand each and everything about yourself, and later on, the content will be in your tone, okay? Sometimes people do like they start with AI, they're deep down in data, and they move towards computer science, then software engineering, and each and everything. And what they're trying to do, they're trying to capture each and everything. But what happens that people really don't care of that person. But when you start focusing on one thing at a time, so people gonna love you. Honestly, people gonna connect with you, people gonna ask you that, can you do that for me? Okay, or can we work on some stuff? So this is how things gonna work. So sometimes you are not building out the community, you're just posting it up and saying that there are lots of people gathering around commenting on your post, but you're not replying them. Some people are saying this is really nice. Maybe you get the racist comments as well. I usually do. Some people hate me on Reddit as well. Like they come up, man, you're reading out ChatGPT's response, or maybe you're reading out some handwritten note, and I don't give a thing about it. Okay, maybe you understand the word. So sometimes you need to be focused on what yourself and your personal brand you're trying to grow, and later on, what can be happen that sometimes algorithms change, but you can find about them over Google, over ChatGPT, even though people usually do more ChatGPT rather than Google. So new features can be utilized for your growth as well. And later on, you can diversify yourself over different platforms. Either you have built on Instagram, Twitter, this is now known as X, and later on LinkedIn. So this is how you can do some of the personal branding. So basically, you need to start really now. That's what I've been telling you. Not tomorrow, not on Friday. You need to start today and at the very on time. Go over Instagram, go over TikTok, go over any of the social media and start your personal brand. Start showing yourself publicly what you're doable of, what you're capable of, and do that with total authenticity and be you. That's my slogan for personal branding things, that be you and you gotta stand out. Like, cause you are the unique person. And this is from my side, and these are some of the key takeaways that when I started with 8,000 followers, the trust and consistent value made it more. Most honestly, when I started LinkedIn, uh, I have posted around like weekly basis, and the content was most about the computer science, as I've been a professional in that, and the job market is recently more focused on the creatives rather than the people who are more of a technical side. So they don't see people who are more technical, but they really love people who are more creative. So these are the numbers that you need to know, that you're competing, but I have already told you that strategy is what that matters, and Gen Z can really use the technology in their own way. This is our community. You can join us. Like, we are building a community around it. It's more like Rava, and it is for the creators that who want their content to be automated. Okay, like, you just gotta be there writing down your name, your slogan, and if you have the logos, if you have the brand guidelines, you can add them and create. Click on the create button, and later on you will get 7 days content for free. So this is how we are building a community out there. And if you want to connect with me, so feel free to connect with me. This is my LinkedIn QR. And thank you so much, guys. Over to Mariam.
Thank you so much for such insightful session. I personally enjoyed it a lot. There were some of the points, people usually do not mention about, personal branding, which I discovered here a few. Without like going further, I would appreciate if you could answer a few questions. Is it okay?
Yeah, people should ask if they have any questions. Please feel free to ask me questions.
Yeah, we do have some in the comments. I will just read it out for you. So
Yeah.
the first question is, I'll just select a few which I think could be great. Okay, so I think there is this question. She is a she, so she is asking that what is the role of storyteller works best.
Yeah, basically, sunflower you're talking about, right? What is the role of storytelling in content? You're referring to this one, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Your voice is a bit distorting. Yeah, you're talking about
yeah.
this
I'm
one, right?
talking about her. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's a bit better.
G G.
So basically, storytelling plays a vital role in any of the content. And currently, I'm experimenting with this storytelling thing, and I have seen a lot of people not focusing on this. Like, if you start with a hook, if you have this strong body content, and you if you have adding the CTA to your content, to your stuff that you're talking about, so you can see people will be flowing towards you. And if your content is not having the flow, okay, which is like any of the hook, or your body is like messing out, like you start with, okay, this is me and I'm doing this and this and this, okay. But if you are starting, okay, today I'm talking about like 3 AI tips that will help you enhance your daily productivity, so okay, people will stay with you. Why? Because you have told that you are giving them 3 AI tips that will increase their productivity. So they will wait and hear what you are going to say further. And later on, after giving them the tips, you can ask them, okay, if it would be great if you follow me up on the LinkedIn or on the Instagram. So they really do, if you have provided the value. Okay. And there's one of the TED talk that I really share with Mariam over WhatsApp. So you will see that you can share with the students as well. And that is more about the storytelling, that how can you start telling the story that you want other peoples to know more about. Any other question?
I think that answers
Still this.
very well.
Yeah.
I think we have two more questions and then we can wrap up the session. I think this one is yeah, we can take questions or focus on one area.
Sorry. Could you please come
I'll
again?
just repeat. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now. Could you please come again?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, sure. So, do you think creators should diversify across platforms or focus on only one?
Okay, this is really a nice question. Hunan, to be very specific, uh, what you need to do, you need to start on one platform, and you can outgrow others by sharing that same post over others. Like, you can focus on one more. And how can you find that out? Like, maybe your Instagram is reacting to that better, or maybe your LinkedIn is reacting to that post better, or maybe your Twitter is reacting to that post better. So you will need to find out where your content is doing a lot more stuff other than getting the major engagement. So if you're getting the major engagements on Instagram, so you need to start pushing Instagram more rather than the other ones. Where you can do, you can start sharing the same post over other platforms, but not focusing on them as your first priority. So this way you can outgrow yourself.
I think we can take one more question since we have 3 to 4 minutes left. Let's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
take it
sure.
up. Muhammad Abu Bakr. He's asking what are the responsibilities of someone who have archived some certain brandings and a personal brand, which is very important.
Okay, Abu Bakr, very specifically, if I talk about the responsibilities, so it is more of, you can say that you need to be stay in the market and relevant. This is the one thing that you should be responsible for. Like, if I'm talking about any of the technology, either it's like I'm taking a AI as an example the whole talk. So I'm talking about AI right now. So if we talk about the AI as a personal brand, and I'm like teaching out the people about AI, so I need to be very much authenticated myself that I know every update that I have known about the stuff. So there comes one major responsibility that I need to be very much true about what I'm talking about, rather than that I'm hallucinating the things. Maybe sometimes ChatGPT does. Like if you get the content from ChatGPT, so it will be hallucinated, and maybe you get a content which is really not possible, and you're talking about it in general public, so might be some people criticize you a lot on that. So this is where your major responsibility comes in, that you validate your content first. I hope this summarizes the whole question.
Yeah, I think you're very well answered. Thank you so much, Talha, for
You're welcome.
explaining it so well. I personally, think I had a different perspective according to personal branding. You have to have some color palette themes and this and that. Very some generic syndromes that revolve around the social media. But thank you so much for specifying. A lot of things are very much clear. It's just foggy around sometimes. So thank you so much for
Yeah,
this session, which made the flock a bit clear. So yeah, because everything is just so randomly coming on the social media. People get confused a lot of times. So thank you so much for clearing that as well. Since the session was so insightful, I would really like to collaborate once again. I will
for
be
sure.
sharing some details since we have mentorship session weekends. So I think they will be resuming after December, might be. So I'll contact you again for that as well. Thank you so much, everyone.
For sure,
Attendance
for
links
sure.
has been shared. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so
So
much,
let's
guys.
get
Thank you.
meet.
Have a great day.
Have a great day as well. Guys, let's meet in the next meeting. Allah Hafiz.
Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.